more importantly, Yud Chet Adar, which happens to be my Bechor, my oldest son, Mikey's Hebrew birthday. So happy birthday to Mikey. Ad me'esrim kevo esrim.
Yom Halelet Sameach.
Today's podcast is dedicated to my father-in-law, Alav Shalom, who passed away on Purim Day, and it was so apropos because, I'm pretty sure he just wanted us to be happy. He was just a happy-go-lucky guy, and there were many milas about him, but I think the two biggest ones that I take away, outside of his jolliness and happiness and just wanting everyone around him to be happy, is one, the man never got angry, and secondly, the guy never spoke negatively about anybody in his entire life, which is really unbelievable, which leads me to what I'm doing. I started yesterday a lesson a day, the Chafetz Chaim, about Lashon Hara, and that also is in memory of Levi ben Yosef, his neshama Shacharav and Aliyah. My wife and the boys are in Chicago. Lillian's sitting Shiva in Chicago today and tomorrow, and then she leaves tomorrow night to come back home. She lands Be'ezrat Hashem Thursday night, and then on Friday morning she will be sitting Shiva in here in Efrat from like 9 a.m. until like an hour and a half before Shabbat, so 3:34ish Be'ezrat Hashem.
Should be comforted amongst all the mourners of Yerushalayim.
Amen. We're about to sing a song.
Heavy times, man, but big times. Big opportunities to look at between Purim and Pesach. Gula Samach Gula. There's a lot of energy.
And it's all about
a lot of vibes.
And it's all about coming back to Hashem. Right at the end of the day.
Amen.
Hashivenu Hashem Melecha v'Nashuva. So this is
the good news. It's with Ava. It's with love this time of year.
It's always
with love. It's always this time of history. Yeah.
But this song is. Can we say it? Can we say where it's from? Are we allowed to?
Yeah. Go.
So this song, a couple of months ago, Rav Shlomo Katz, the Morah D'Atra of Shirat David, where we are right now. So thank you. Shout out to Shirat David. Shout out to Zera Shimshon. Shout out to Rav Shlomo Katz.
Yes. Shout out. Harav, this is his place.
This is his makom.
Shir David.
Rav Shlomo had a yahrzeit for Rav Shlomo Karlbach, and he invited Hanan ben Ari, who is a very good friend of his, and Hanan came and he sang with us, which was unbelievable.
Beyond.
It was out of control, and then he actually sang a new song of his that Shirat David kind of like snatched from him and kind of like
with love
taken over it, and we've kind of taken it and made Shirat David's song. So we're gonna sing that song now. Please give us feedback about it, and then we'll get into the podcast, World Zionist Organizations Congress.
There's a lot going on. There's a lot of projects with Just One Chesed.
We're working on a ton of different things.
Unity bookings. We've got so much to discuss.
There's a lot going on.
And also the energy right now, like it's, Parshas Parah, there's a lot of purity, a lot of unity potentially in the air. We're all unified on this, hopefully. Let's keep that optimistic vibe. Let's go.
All right, we ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Hashivenu Hashem Elecha v'nashuva Hashivenu Hashem Hashivenu Hashem Elecha v'nashuva Hashivenu Hashem Chadeh Chades Yameinu, Chades Yameinu, Kekedem. Chades Yameinu, Chades Yameinu, Kekedem. Venashuva, Hasiveinu Hashem.
That was beautiful. Baruch Hashem. Thank you, Hashem. We have these opportunities to get together like this in a podcast platform. And it's been almost a chodesh, maybe more.
It's a month ago.
Tu B'Shvat, yeah.
Tu B'Shvat.
Wow.
Yeah.
You were in America a few times and went through some, heavy personal family stuff, as we mentioned. And, for us personally, we had our Chanukah Sabayis. We had some amazing special guests. Were you at the Chanukah Sabayis?
I was there.
Oh, good. You were there.
I was there.
We had this in black. We had Yosef Aaron. We had
not
Shlomo.
Not to be put in the same sentence.
I think
obviously.
you began it. You were our first guest.
I was
right?
the first guest.
Yeah, no, I remember
yes.
now.
And then I had the so listen. I want to say something, and this is something that's very important to me. Baruch Hashem, I've had the zechut over the past couple of years to be working for Just One Chesed and be on the giving side all the time. And it's a huge zechut for me. Yesterday at the Just One Chesed on Mondays we have our office day, and we sat and we went around the table and we said, "What's the thing that you love most about doing what you do?" And to me, it's mamash. And anybody who knows me know this is emet. It's the fact that I get a chance to work with Malachei HaSharet every day. Like mamash. And I have a meeting at 1 o'clock with the Rasar of Chatmar Tzion today. And
the cover photo is one of them. Who is it? It's you dancing on Purim
it's BY,
in my house with Baruch Yitzchak.
Absolutely.
And he's davening strong for his unit right now because they've all gone back into Gaza. This is like happening now.
Yeah, I mean, I heard earlier today that they don't plan on going in by foot. They plan on doing everything aerial. But
they're still around. They're around that area to make sure.
100%. Yes. But I just wanted to extend my gratitude to the Shirat David community just in general, to Rav Baruch Efrati, to Eli Goldsmith, to Toby Cram, to Rav Shlomo, to the singers. Just unfortunately, on Purim Day, towards the end of the day here in Eretz Yisrael, at around 3:50 p.m., I received a phone call from my wife that my father-in-law, Lillian's father, was nifter on Purim Day, as we mentioned earlier, and it was not a simple time for me, but so many people, mamash, so many people within the community were just so unbelievably supportive and giving and willing to help and helping and doing everything they possibly can. So I wanted to extend my hakarat tov to everybody within the community, all the names that I mentioned, and everybody else who sent messages and called me. And me, like I'm the son-in-law. Lillian told me that she's completely overwhelmed, not just by the people that are visiting here, sitting Shiva in Chicago, but the amount of people here from Efrat, from Eretz Yisrael, that have reached out to her, that have called her, have messaged her. I think we've had, she's coming in B'ezrat Hashem Thursday night, and everything's been taken care of. The Shiva on Friday, B'ezrat Hashem, food for Shabbat, food for next week, just mamash, from the bottom of my heart, mamash, thank you so much. It means the world to us. And I just wanted to extend my hakarat tov to everybody and just say thank you so much. To this guy also for having me over for the Purim Suda. I got a chance to...
Well, that moment of you dancing Baruch Yitzchak, that was beyond, because the amount of investment that we've put into him during this whole war, year and a half, and I'm just talking about financial, I'm talking about feelers, emotional investment. Yeah. You have to emotionally invest in your children, and the support my wife's given, and the focus of every time he's needing us, we're there, and transport or equipment or, just overwhelming how much support came through from around and around as well in a good way. And for example, as soon as he came out to Sadir, we flew to London, we went to Keres Dir, we took him to meet family, he met my famous uncle who's never met him before, he met one of my best friends who, he's met people I've talked about, but finally he was there in London in person, and Kerestir meeting by the Tzaddik, and Shala Ben Moshe, seeing the beautiful environment that Tzaddikim are walking around in Europe, and unfortunately, we're not there as a people, but our legacy's there, and it's amazing to see it still alive. The Chanasas Orchim, the Chesed that goes on, and have all those experiences, and people actively help sponsor like the trip or parts during once we were in London, and even I got a new phone that I can now finally have a good mic on this, all the different platforms. Everything's like sounding amazing. I'm hearing it. That's why I'm a little bit distracted. The first time I'm hearing it live because I have an extra fifth phone. So I walked into a Shlomo's house, Lel Purim, and everyone's like in a Freilich Hamatziv, and they said, Rebelli, you got to speak, Mashiach, and he's a Mashiach Neshama, Purim Yid, people call me. So I take that as a big compliment.
Of course.
But then he said, someone said, did you bring all your phones? Phone. Shlomo said, did your phone? So then someone else said, phones. And I said, you know what I brought? The funds. Hey! Hey-o! 60s, 70s, happy days, yeah. But anyway, the point is that we have to bring the energy, and that's what I wanted to just bring in as well, the unity focus. I really felt in Purim a clear picture of unity that's in potential. V'yakal is all about unity, Kehila, and all the chesed that goes on, the projects that we're talking about, and the fact that we're united hopefully as a people in this war, and with anyone who's got, still morality and neshama, a soul, and hasn't been confused. We know that we have to go ahead and do this to remove this evil in the world. It's part of
one of the things that you're talking about unity, and it's just so amazing. Yeah. Like I'm just as I mentioned, I'm starting a lesson a day, the Chafetz Chaim Sefer Lashon Hara, and that's like anti-unity, right?
Sure.
Speaking Lashon Hara,
that's the opposite.
It's mamash the complete opposite, and everything always stems from when we do something negative. It all stems from a lack of emunah. It's just very important for us, specifically now, with all the craziness that's going on in the world, with the war that's restarting and the ceasefire being over. We all know all the dummies and all the morons out there are going to say, "Oh, Israel's killing babies and children," and believing all the stupidity and whatever that's going on. We really just have to just strengthen ourselves, specifically now more than ever, and just cling on to have dveikut to the Borei Olam, and then by doing that, by learning Torah and sharing Torah and doing acts of Chesed, having that will lead us to want to be unified. That all brings us together. Yeah. It makes us unified.
You have to be with Tzaddikim, and that was Esther's or and Mordechai's or Kones Kol Yehudim, bring unity. And that's the perfect preparation. If we want to have a true Pesach, a Pesach which is Korban Pesach, Beis Hamikdash kind of Pesach, we want to get to the real tachlis of what Am Yisrael are about and living in the Holy Land, what's about, we're going to have to come together with unity, with Achdus. And that's, for me, unity bookings. I started working with Levi Robbins and Nissan Black and pushing forward with Alex Clare, all these wonderful souls and all the different speakers and comedians, and trying to put out a lot of positive energy in the world. I'm pushing for it, and anyone wants to help, share it to your community, please do. But the main point is that we want to bring the light of our neshama, of our soul. That's Yechidcha. The place of unity comes from the inner essence of Am Yisrael. We have it within, and V'yakal is bringing that out in the form of the Mishkan, in the form of Pashas Para, the purity of the true essence of our people is pure. We just need to take off some of the coverings. As this Tam Chochem who just made a siyum today, Nate. I call him Moshe Feinstein, like energy, like he comes in, he's such a choshev person. That's why, yeah, he said you have to be careful praising people, but hopefully, I only have good to say, Baruch Hashem. So, because he was talking about Shemir Soloshin as well in the Siyum today.
So one of the things that actually we talk about, the Chafetz Chaim talks about, and it was so hard for me in the beginning, is that you actually can't really praise people. You really shouldn't praise people too much. In front of others, because those others might not have necessarily had the best experience with those people, and it'll cause them to have more anger or more.
I've never seen any negative.
Oh, no, nothing about him. Chas v'shalom. I'm just saying, just in general. It's
but just to bring up what he was saying, and what he represents is one Shemir Soloshin, but also unity, being a raven. We all need each other, and that's why these projects, what you're doing, we're still healing, and yet we're still at war. This is a very transitional time period. Literally before Pesach, everyone's now cleaning up their houses, purifying their homes from all the chametz, from all the oldness, and bringing newness, freshness, renewal. And this is the kind of vibe we need to bring in. The Purim stuff needs to go away. And we need to start getting ready for Pesach. And Pesach, it costs, but it's with emunah, with the right mindset. I was learning last night, you have to go into Pesach with the feeling of its chadshus, of renewal. We're a new nation, we're coming together fresh. All the old stories need to be turned down, all the distractions. We need to be able to become more present. Pesach, to praise with our mouth, to give good words to each other, and to use our mouth.
Which, by the way, is
positively.
all acts of kindness, right?
Yeah.
Speaking nicely, smiling at somebody in the morning, saying good morning. Good morning, good morning, morning,
Yeah.
morning, 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 right? All that, like that, with the smile on your face. That's an act of chesed. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about acts of chesed. But now, let's get into the other acts of chesed. The World Zionist Congress. There are a lot of different votes going on. Listen, at the
I'll
end
be
of the
listening
day,
to Kiddush Club. I don't know if you've heard of that. Rav from Goldberg brought in a whole bunch of experts. Rav Eli Stefanski and his Daf Yomi, who has a massive following, has been pushing everyone to vote.
everyone should vote for whatever they believe in.
Vote.
Right. You have, and we can't vote
I'm
here.
not American, so...
No,
yeah.
but I'm American, but I live here in Eretz Yisrael, and I cannot. You have to live in America.
No, if you have an American address. Do you have an American address?
You have to be an American. You have to have an American residency.
You don't have?
I don't. So
Buy him another house.
so
there and here.
buy him a house, just one. Can I have one?
Come on, guys, we're putting it out there.
So whatchamacallit? So go out there, vote. Just When Chesed is pushing vote number 11. There are other great causes out there. We want to vote for 11, we want to vote for 15, we want to vote for whatever it is. Just go out and there, vote. Yeah. You have the ability to vote, so go out. Go ahead and do so. Just When Chesed
Make
also
sure
doing
good
some unbelievable
organizations
things
are
as
going to
well.
get Shefa to
Right,
help
so we
the
actually,
soldiers,
like, as an organization,
to help Judah Samaria, which is where we live, to help Efrat the Gush, to help these. This is real stuff. This isn't like theoretical. This is practical.
It's mamash giving a tremendous amount of funding to non-for-profit organizations in Israel to be able to help us continue doing what we're doing. Literally giving out drones. I have a pizza making event tonight. I'm meeting with the Rassar today, just giving them more food, more barbecues, which is beautiful, but the things that they need as well, like healing, right? We had a couple of health and wellness days. We had a mental health and wellness retreat up north. We're going to be doing more of that. So we need all the help that we can possibly get. We want to give you the zchut to be able to help us so we can continue helping the soldiers.
I'm going to give my time to one of your healers. You know, you mentioned him many times, David Moshe. Mm-hmm. Reach out if you want to get in touch with one of the healers that have been helping with Just One Chesed. I'm going to give some of my time to help him with his marketing, to get him out there more. That's how I can get him. Using my skills, my time, because I have Unity Bookings, but also I have Unity Marketing. I want to help use some of my time, like I'm trying to with Just One Chesed as well, as a general, like we're doing this podcast, all about sharing kindness. I don't have any financial interest in it, but it's about using your time and your skills, your platforms to share the message. So once again, you guys listening, share this around, because we're talking about real kindness. Real kindness means actually doing stuff, means going to vote. It means getting involved with projects like Just One Chesed and what Yosef's up to. Follow him, get involved with all the stuff he's doing daily. He's always seeking sponsors. Go, make it happen. It's not huge money. It's very doable. And then
there's huge money involved too.
That's true. And then there's also the personal aspect of just when you come to Israel, come visit. Come see what's going on in the headquarters.
Come see what we're doing.
Yeah.
I'll come take
see
you.
This place, Shirat David. It's amazing.
Come see Shirat David. Come see Just One Chesed, our offices. I'll take you onto a local basis so you can meet some of the soldiers. You can see what they actually need on the various bases if you want to and are able to help. It's an unbelievable thing what we're doing. A lot of unbelievable organizations out there doing unbelievable things. Obviously, being a Just One Chesed guy, pushing Just One Chesed, we want to be able to continue to help, but we can't do it without the help of and the support and partnership of people like yourselves. So, Eli, you're going to include the Just One Chesed link.
It's always. Okay. Facebook's already featured, and it's always underneath.
Amazing.
Just One Chesed always is there.
Beautiful.
It's easy to find and connect, and Just One Chesed. What we ask is people actually collaborate, because as much as we put out the message, we only have a certain, you know how social media works now. It's very specific, and there's obviously bigger levels, influencers, and in the end, Hashem runs it all. And we're not really interested in the numbers. We're just interested in putting out the energy.
We just want people,
to now share that energy.
Yes, to
share that message.
Just One Chesed is a facilitator of doing Chesed. We're a facilitator of getting the Chesed message out
And
there.
you know, we'll give a thanks also, because since we're talking about, the Zionist Organization of America, we'll give a thanks to America because they are stepping behind Israel right now, and that's a merit for you guys. Whoever's an American and voted for Trump, and
DJT.
yeah, anyone who's gone in that path of understanding, it's not about right or left, but just basically truth.
Good versus evil.
Yeah, it's pretty clear
right.
what's going on right now. I mean, you can just see the falling apart. The Democratic Party is unveiling what it really is, and without getting too into it. But the main thing is that we just need to keep winning, as I say, and keep supporting those who are winning on the team Hashem and the team of Torah and spirituality. And even if people yet don't know what Torah is, we should make sure they do, because it's such a shame. Like all these Amish people who helped get Trump in power, all these people, they don't know what Torah is. And the world of Torah is thanking them. Like there should be more communication, more dialogue between all the different groups and
Bezrat Hashem,
people.
there
That's
will
unity in the world as well, more human unity of souls. And I think we need to strengthen that. And that's Parshas V'Yakov. My first time I put tefillin on V'Yakov was my Yom Yoledet. I just had it this week. And on Minat Shemayim, my brother-in-law to be, I didn't know that then, who's going to be my brother-in-law, my wife's twin brother, put tefillin on me the first time. This week's Parsha, on my Yom Yoledet, I didn't know it was my Yom Yoledet, my Hebrew Yom Yoledet, and it's all about unity, which is everything I'm about. So you see how Hashem, for each of us individually, is talking and communicating, and as a nation, and as a world, and we just need to be open to it. I mean, there's so much good consciousness going on right now. We just need to open ourselves up to it, and the most important part is to bring it alive for real kindness, because kindness is where we become the most godly in our manifestation to our family, to our friends, to our circle, to our community. This is when it comes alive. Come unity. Bring unity into your community.
Bezrat Hashem.
Zoche.
We'll see you guys next week, God willing.
Check the links
Thank
and
you
support
so much.
now.